Hello guys, welcome back to Res Games video. Today we are back for probably one of the last times in Kingdom 3532. Now, with that being said, this is going to be a history video on my account and just how I got to this point in my Rise Games career and what I plan to do next. It's just stuff. Okay. So, it all started one day in an alliance called Tia, which I think was up here in Ravendale. That's where I started. I started in this kingdom. And if I go down here, I started this account. Where is... I started this account on 5/30 of 2024. So that would be, what, April 30th? And I started this account. I was like, you know what, let's get back into, let's try this new game. Downloaded it, joined an alliance called Tia. I helped lead the alliance during VF. I might have a picture or two of it. I might pop it up on screen if I have it. But VF used to be right here. There's still flags from like 2VF right here. This alliance, I used to own this alliance. So, and then Sia here is actually VF. So, I, after about KVK 1, KVK 2, I met the king and went into helping lead the kingdom as second alliance R5 and part of council. And I helped lead Ariel's kingdom. And I will tell you, this was a dark time in this kingdom's history, but not as dark as this next chapter. Or actually, no, the chapter after this one. Then, KVK 3 comes around, Civil War happens, Ariel gets overthrown, and I run to BLO, which is D to D down here. As we moved, I'll show you the kingdom we moved to here in a little bit. And I ran to BLO for safety, as I made good relations with BLO during my time in leadership. But then Cat came into power, one of the best kings I have ever seen in the entire game. Loved the guy, wish he never left. Then he left the kingdom, and Meepo and Shanks took the control of the kingdom. And this is the darkest time in this kingdom's history. Worse than what VF did. Because they got so corrupt, they would zero you for absolutely zero reason if you weren't in SIG. So BLO members got zeroed, anybody got zeroed. And they would basically just yell at you and say if you didn't do this, they would zero you, and anyway, it would be impossible. So even if they said, oh, go get us 100 million resources, they would tell it to a person with like 10,000 power, Like they would make the challenges impossible, so you would get zeroed. And for a time, TBF was over here, not the one that was related with BLA. My TBF was over here for a while. As you can see, I have two altars here. I also had these two, and I was going to this pass. They took that and said no, obviously. So I moved down here in BLE. This is a BLE right now. It's super long. TBF, actually, I used to go from this level 2 altar, swung all the way around down to here. But now BLE is here, and fun fact, you can see my main account is actually in BLE right now. We have a few people in here, like we have like Saki, and we have this guy and then this guy, which they're all pretty decent people. Right now, just getting credit from me and my mini Mello account. This account did get its hospital filled. It was like super quick, I think, too. Let's see, I'll find the report. They like looted all my resources too. Here we go. Yeah, this was the first report from Pharaoh. Second report from Pharaoh, and I just started taking dad after dad. And you know what? At the end of the day, it don't matter. It just lowered me some power. I can train it back. I currently have 2 passports. I think I need 6 of them, so getting close. But back to the next step. So then the kingdom started to rebrand, and now they are DTF. But Meeple and Shanks actually left the kingdom shortly after they took control, about a KVK and a half, I think. Later, they were gone. Shanks, quote-unquote, sold his account, and Meeple disappeared without trace. So Pharaoh and Cruz took control of the kingdom, and this is where the corruption finally got way, way, way out of control. Now, the kingdom is just so corrupt, and if you're not in DTF, you're done. You're zeroed. And it sucks for everybody else because innocent people are getting zeroed, people that don't know how to play the game. They aren't getting chances to leave. They're just getting zeroed out of nowhere. So, unfortunately, that is the case. And I'll even show you guys the leaderboards of this kingdom. It is crazy. Power-wise, my basically dead alliance is 7th place right now, which is crazy. And then kill-wise, only 135 billion KB. We're 9th right now in KP. Oh, sorry guys. Like, this dude, bro, has no KP. Or no, not this one. No, it's this guy. This guy's got no KP. This guy has KP. My bad. This guy has no KP. 800 million KP for 100 million power player is crazy bad. Renegade's good. Potato's good. Sergato, he's low too. I think till the end, no, he's good. Yeah, there's a few people with a good amount of KP. This guy was more of like a meme after KVK 3. KVK 3, I did end up leaving the kingdom. For all KVK. Let's see. If I went to 3540, this kingdom. It's changed hands a million times. I watched the king actually step down KVK 3, so this kingdom is the kingdom I did go to for a while. So that is the history, mostly of the kingdom. And obviously you can see we're down here. So let's log into my BLE Mello account, my smallest account, and show you guys the kingdom we migrated to. So this is the kingdom we migrated to. This is 1731. It's an older kingdom. It's 2,000 days old, but we got in the kingdom and we actually took over this shell called Juice. Because the leader didn't log in, so we just literally took control of the alliance and got Zone 3 access. So we're fighting this alliance, which is the Kingdom alliance. They're Korean with like katana, but this kingdom is full of deadweights. Like you got, I think some of these people, like most of these people have like no KP. Like, where are some of these people's KP, bro? And then you got katana up here with a decent amount of KP. But we're obviously dominating. We have all of this territory. This really weren't that close, but this is the kingdom we migrated to. We instantly got in the kingdom and started fighting. Below will actually get Victoria, this big zone. So that's from what I understand, from what leadership was saying. Eventually, the kingdom, I hope, gets big enough to where BLE can either take Doomsland here, or can go up here and take Nagato and fight for that zone, because BLE obviously is one of the bigger alliances in the NC family. But where's my... like up here, yeah, right here. Here's my my T4 farm account that I brought from 2939 here. Obviously fire and obviously Bloxy, and then down over here is the BLO corner. So there's all these, BLO accounts. Yeah, you can see all these BLO accounts. It's the same description. Took the name BLO, obviously. But this is the BLO corner. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe. Go check out Fire Gatling's video on the history of the kingdom, because he goes in depth with like BLO and also kind of goes over the kingdom and how they, grew, and then they do mention me for a little while. So I appreciate you guys listening to me rant for 10 minutes. Appreciate it. Peace out.